Hello everyone, welcome to Ian's Bricks. I'm Ian, and today I'm going to be through a list which was produced very recently, in fact today, on Brick Fanatics, and it's a list of potential retiring Lego sets in 2023. So this is a list, I'll leave a link in the description, that Brick Fanatics have actually created. They did a similar list last year and the year before. It tends to be reasonably accurate, but obviously there are changes that can happen to the list. Not everything on the retiring list will retire, and there'll also be some sets as well that aren't on the list now that will retire at the end of the year. What I would suggest, they normally produce the list once a month. They update it with any information that they get, so keep an eye out on their website for the updates on that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through the list, part of the list for just Star Wars sets, and have a look and see which sets which I think are good sets, bad sets to either buy or invest in, and just my own sort of thoughts as to whether they'll be worth investing in and worth buying at all. So the first item on the list is the Brickheadz 40615. It's the Tusken Raider. This particular set is only available in the UK on Lego.com, so it's probably same if you're in Europe or Australia or America or Canada, anywhere else. So just keep an eye out for them in Lego stores. There is a limit of 5 if you buy them on Lego.com, so you won't be able to go over that amount during the year. They retail for £9.99 in the UK, $9.99 and €9.99 as well as 152 pieces. Now this set was only released at the beginning of this year, 2023, so it's a fairly new set. Brickheads tend to do reasonably well on the aftermarket. I don't think this set is particularly wonderful. It's okay, it's nothing special, but it's Star Wars, and Star Wars always do tend to do quite well. And if it does retire at the end of the year, that will have meant it would have only had a 1-year shelf life, so very short shelf life. Just be aware though that there was another Star Wars Brickheads from last year, Ahsoka Tano. That was supposed to only last until the end of 2022, but it looks as though that's still on the shelves and still going strong, and in fact it'll happen, you'll see it again later in this list. It's now scheduled to retire at the end of 2023, so not all the items on this list, as I say, will retire at the end of 2023, but these are the potential ones that may retire so far that we know. Okay, second on the list then we have the 75288, the AT-AT. This set is 1,267 pieces. It was released in August of 2020. It retails at $149.99 in the UK, $169.99 and €169.99. There is a limit of 5 on this on Lego.com. However, this set in the UK especially is available on Amazon. It's regularly discounted. I've regularly seen it for maybe £120-ish. Probably it will go lower in the future. My only thing with this particular set, it's a nice set, don't get me wrong, but Lego do produce a lot of AT-ATs. There is even a UCS version of this particular set out at the moment, and the chances are when this retires at the end of 2023, if it does, then probably in a year or two's time they'll be producing another slightly different one, probably with better features as well. So my particular advice is this one from a Lego investment point of view is probably not to bother, but if you particularly like the AT-AT and want to build it, obviously you've only got a year to get that, but keep an eye out for discounts on places like Amazon, because the chances are you might be able to get that at a better price than the RRP. Next up then we have 75290, the Mos Eisley Cantina. This is a set that was released in October of 2020, so it's been on the shelves for 2.5-3 years it will be if it retires. In the UK this is a John Lewis exclusive, but it is also available from Lego stores and Lego.com. They have a limit of 5 on these. Now they're quite expensive. It's 3,187 pieces, so it's a big set. $344.99 in the UK, $399.99 in the US, and €399.99 in euros. I get my teeth in Euro land. Very nice set this, and comes with a lot of minifigures. I don't actually own one of these sets, but probably will be buying maybe 1 or 2. I think because of the price point, because it's quite an expensive set to start with, it kind of puts a lot of Lego investors off. But certainly if you're buying this to build, to enjoy, now would be the time to think about getting this, because if it does retire at the end of 2023, the chances are they probably won't be making anything like this anytime in the near future, Might be wrong on that. They did that with the Death Star, but I think it would be unusual for them to do this particular set again. You never know though. Yeah, what I would suggest if you are in the UK and you are buying this, keep an eye out for discounts on John Lewis, because occasionally you'll see this at 20 or maybe even 25% off sometimes. So a little bit of a discount. If you can't get it from there, look out for special offers from Lego.com. Gifts with purchase is quite a high price point, so the chances are if there's say a £250 gift with purchase and some VIP, double VIP points, that would be a great time to get this particular set. But don't leave it too long, because it's Star Wars. I think this set is probably going to be one of these sets that, if it is going to retire, you'll start seeing these to sell out towards the end of the year. If you get to sort of September, October time, the chances are that you might not be able to get this quite easily. So just be aware of that one if you are going to get that particular set. Next up then we have 75292, the Razor Crest. This is available in the UK on Amazon, so again this will be something that might be discounted from time to time. The recommended retail price on this is $119.99 in the UK, $139.99 and €139.99 euros in respective countries. 1,023 pieces, so it's a reasonably large set, and it was released in September of 2020, so it's been around for a couple of years. I think this set should actually do okay. Because it's an unusual build, the Razor Crest. I think this is the first time they've ever done one of these in the smaller version. They may again do some of these in the future. I think once they latch onto a decent theme, Lego, they will probably reproduce these in the future, so be aware of that. But it's a nice set, and especially if you can get it discounted somewhere, or someone like Amazon, the chances are you might be able to get this for, you know, a good sort of 20 to 30% off. So keep an eye out for deals on that one. I myself will probably be picking up a couple of these over the year if it's discounted. So keep an eye out for my hauls and see if I do buy any of these. Next on the list then is 75300, the Imperial TIE Fighter. This is another set that is also available on Amazon, so it's readily available and in other places as well. It's not just on Lego.com. Price is $39.99 in the UK, $44.99 in Europe and $49.99 in the US. 432 pieces, so not a huge set. It was released in January of 2021, so relatively short shelf life. The only thing I will say with this set is, like the 8080, Lego produce these all the time, different sizes, different shapes, different styles. So you know, once this goes out of stock, they'll probably produce another version which is slightly bigger than this one or slightly smaller than that one. So they will. It is a set that will keep produced, but they are relatively popular. Now I already own a couple of these sets. I bought them back in November in around Black Friday, and I got them for £22, so nearly 50% off. So if you can get discounts of that level, you'll be doing okay. But other than that, I wouldn't be something I would pay retail, and I'd be certainly, if I am going to be buying any more of these, I'd be looking at really hefty discounts. Otherwise, if you can't get discounts, I say I would probably steer clear, just because this particular set, again, it'll be produced in a different style and a different size in the years to come, so just be wary of that. Next on the list, 75301, Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Fighter. This is another set that's widely available in the UK as well. It's $44.99 in the UK, $49.99 in the US and $49.99 euros. 474 pieces, so a decent size set, but not huge. And again, this was reduced in... This was produced from January 2021, so only a couple of years shelf life on this one, maybe 3 years it'll be, I suppose, at the end, so reasonably long. Again, X-Wing fighters, there's a lot of them about. They produce these all the time, and I don't think this one is anything particularly special. It's a nice set, but again, I won't be invested in this particular set just because it is kind of mass produced. It's a set that's readily available. They change it all the time, do new models and versions, and unless again I can get this at sort of 50% off, then I probably won't be touching this one at all, just because they produce so many of these different sets. Next up then we have 75309. This is the Republic gunship. This retails at $344.99 in the UK, $399.99 and $399.99 in euros. Big set this, 3,292 pieces. It's been out since August of 2021. It is available from lego.com obviously, and they have a limit of 5 on these, so you can pick these up. It's quite a high price point, so again I'd be looking out for special offers, special deals, VIP, double VIP points if you were to buy this from Lego. In the UK it is available on Zavvi. This can be discounted on Zavvi, although it is sold out I think at the moment in the UK. The only thing I will say about Zavvi is I'm not a huge fan of the way that they deliver things. They can be very hit or miss as to whether the boxes are delivered damaged, so I'd be aware of that if you are in the UK and getting things from Zavvi. That's just my personal opinion. I think I would be prepared, if I was going to buy any of these, to actually buy them from lego.com and actually wait for a decent gift with purchase or double VIP points. Whether I'll get any of these, I may get one. I don't think it's something I'm going to go very deep on, just because it's such a high price point. Very nice set, I have to say. It's a fabulous looking set. I don't own one of these yet, but really, really nice. So I think it'll do very, very well, and don't get me wrong, it will do well. I think it's such an unusual set and such a nice set, but yeah, it's quite a high price point, so it's not as though I'll be picking up 10 of these anytime soon, but maybe one, maybe two. I think it's definitely worth a punt. Next on the list then, 75312, Boba Fett's Starship. This is widely available, and again this is another set that Lego keep redoing in different styles and sizes all the time, so nothing particularly spectacular on this one. $49.99 in the UK, $44.99 in the UK, $49.99 in the US and $49.99 in Europe. 593 pieces, so it's a decent size. It's quite a nice little set this, nothing wrong with it. Again, it's heavily discounted sometimes on Amazon, so if you can get 40-50% off, definitely worth buying some of these. But other than that, I just think because they have produced so many of these over the years, it's just kind of overkill, and everyone will probably have a version of this at some stage. That's not to say that collectors won't want to collect all the different types, but again, for me this isn't something I'm probably not going to be going buying any at all, just because it's another very, very popular style of set. Next up then, 75317, the Mandalorian and Child Brickhead. So this is probably one of the most over-hoarded Lego sets I think that are out there at the moment. This particular set is available pretty much everywhere. It's in supermarkets, it's on Amazon. The recommended retail price is $17.99 in the UK, $19.99 and €19.99 euros. 295 pieces. It's a great little set. I own it somewhere. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere on the shelf, probably hidden away somewhere. I actually can't see it. I must have hidden it away at the back somewhere. No, I do like Brickheads. I think they're okay, but I think this set, will it do well? It's very difficult to say, really. I think because so many people have bought them, and so many people have bought them at discounted prices and got a lot of them, I think this will take a while if you're a Lego investor to appreciate in value to a reasonable amount to be able to sell on. Certainly if it's something you want to buy for yourself, I would probably think about getting one fairly soon if it's going to be retiring. If you don't already own it, I'd be surprised if you don't already own it, because it's a very popular set. So I've got a few of these already, so I probably won't be buying any more of these. I fell into the trap and bought quite a lot of these early on, and then I've been hanging on to them for a couple of years, so I probably won't be buying any more just because I've got a few already. Next on the list then, 75318, that's the Child or Baby Yoda. This is $79.99 in the UK, $89.99 euros and $89.99 in the US. 1,073 pieces. Really nice set this. I own this. I built it. I think I got it for my birthday actually, so thank you to whoever bought me that. It's a really nice set to build. This was released in October of 2020, so what's that, 2.5 year shelf life? Not bad. This particular set is available on Amazon, and it can be heavily discounted. You regularly in the UK see this for less than £50. I think at the moment it's on more than that, but it has been a lot lower. I picked up a couple of these over Black Friday of last year, and I think I pretty much got them for half price. I think they were just over £40. So I got a really good deal on a couple of those. If I do buy any more, I'd be looking for big discounts. But I think even if you can only get a small discount on this, I just think it's a very nice, very appealing set. It looks great. It's not too big. The box isn't too big. It's got a lot of things going for it. You even get the little mini baby Yoda Grogu in like the thing to go on the plaque. So it's really nice that you get that as well. So for me, this is going to be a winner. So I probably will try and pick up some more of these. As I say, I already have a couple, but I'll probably get some more just because it is a very, very good set. Next set, 75320, that's the Snowtrooper Battle Pack. This is available pretty much everywhere. Certainly is available on Amazon in the UK. Recommended retail $17.99 in the UK, $19.99 and €19.99. 105 pieces, so quite a small pack. This was been available since January 2022, so only a couple of years shelf life on this one, so quite short. For me, I'm going to be trying to probably get quite a few of these over the next year. I don't own any of these yet. They're regularly discounted on Amazon, only around about £14, £14.50, so not huge discounts, but certainly it's worth getting at that price. And I think the reasons why these will be popular, again, it's a battle pack. Battle packs always do quite well. I think you get 3 of the same figure, the Snowtroopers and one of the Stormtroopers. I can't remember which ones you get now, but certainly a nice little pack. And because it's reasonably cheap, I think this is a very, very good one to get. Certainly battle packs always do really, really well. So I will be getting quite a few of these hopefully over the next year, and then hopefully if it retires at the end of the year, these will do quite well. Next on the list then, 75322. This is the Hoth AT-ST. This is available in quite a few places on Amazon. It's on Lego.com, obviously, other places as well. It's $44.99 in the UK, $49.99 in the US, and €49.99. It was released in January of 2022, so again, only a couple of years of shelf life on this one. Again, this is another set that is regularly produced. There's pretty much always an AT-ST in one form or another available. So for me, this isn't something I'm going to be buying any of probably at all. Only if I see it really heavily discounted will I even buy any of these. I think because they're so readily available, again, it's another one I'm probably just going to avoid. So if you don't get this particular brand of AT-ST, there'll be another one probably in a year's time in a different style, different format that will be available. So it's something that probably won't appreciate too much in value. Next on the list then, 75324, the Dark Trooper Attack. This is $29.99 in the UK, $34.99 US dollars and €34.99, 166 pieces, so not a massive set. This is available on Amazon and it's regularly discounted. It's okay, this set. I'm not a huge fan of it, if I'm honest. It's quite nice, so I may pick up 1 or 2 if I can get them at a reasonable discount, but it's not something I'm going to get loads of. I just don't think it's that appealing for me. Anyway, you might disagree. It's okay, so I might get a couple, but again, nothing special. The only thing with this, which I would say, it was only released in March of 2022, so less than a 2-year shelf life, so that might be going for it, but I think the set itself just isn't particularly that exciting, so I'm probably going to be not buying too many of those at all, if any. Next on the list then, 75326, Boba Fett's Throne Room. So this was released in March of 2022, so again, less than 2-year shelf life if it retires at the end of 2023. Price-wise, $89.99 in the UK, $99.99 in dollars and $99.99 in euros. 732 pieces, so a reasonably sized set. This in the UK is available on Amazon, and at the moment it's actually $77.85. So I think this is relatively easy to get at a discounted price. I know in the States around Black Friday people were going, I think it was available in Costco, and it was literally half price. So if you manage to get any of those in the US at half price, well done you. I don't think it's been that heavily discounted in the UK, but I think it's a nice set. I think they've done versions of the Throne Room before which have been better, but this is still an okay set. I still think it'll do well, and especially if you can get it sort of maybe 30% discounted from Amazon, which you may be able to do fairly regularly. I think this is going to be a good set to get and invest in, and again, short shelf life, so that has something going for it as well. So this is something I'll certainly be keeping an eye out for. Next on the list we have the two of the diorama sets, which are apparently retiring at the end of 2023. 75329, the Death Star Trench Run diorama. This particular set is $59.99 in the UK, $69.99 and €69.99. 665 pieces, was only released in April of 2022, so again a very short shelf life. Difficult to say about these dioramas as to whether they'll be popular or not. I personally think they will. I think a few people have said, oh, I don't really like them, you can't play with them, you can't. But again, Star Wars, it's more going for the adult theme. I really like these. I think they're nice sets, they're reasonably small, they're not huge sets to get, they're very collectible. I think Lego will continue to do dioramas and this style of build in the future. Short shelf life going for it as well, and because it's available on Amazon in the UK at least, you will be able to get this discounted. At the moment, for example, it's at $51.99, only £8 off, but I think it has been cheaper than that. So keep your eyes out over the next few months as to whether this can be discounted. I think this is going to do well, as is the other diorama set, the 75330, the Dagobah Jedi Training Diorama, $79.99 in the UK, $89.99 and €89.99. 1,000 pieces, was released in April of 2022. I already own, I think, 3 of these, which I bought on Black Friday, and I got them heavily discounted. I think I paid just over £40 for them, so I got a real great discount on all of those sets. I really like this. I think of the 3 dioramas that are available, the other one being the trash compactor, this is probably my favourite of the 3. I just think it looks great. It's a little more expensive than the other diorama, the Trench Run, but I think it's got more going for it as well. So again, if you can get this heavily discounted, I'll hopefully be buying some more of these as the year goes on. Certainly if I can get them £44 again, I will be buying some more. I probably won't be that low again, but if I can get them for 20-30% off, I'll be more than happy with that, because I think they'll do really, really well once that's retired. The next set on the list, 75332. This is the AT-ST. So this is the 4 Plus set, isn't it? The $29.99 in the UK, and it's $34.99 and €34.99. 87 pieces, really low piece count on this one. It was only released in August of 2022, so short shelf life. Again, Lego do a lot of AT-STs, and this particular version, obviously it's aimed at 4+, so it's obviously aimed at the younger Star Wars person. I personally find that the Lego Star Wars 4+ sets do okay after they retire, but they don't do great. They're never going to be that popular. So even though you have a lot of you have no stickers in those sets, so all the pieces that you get are printed. I think the problem is a lot of the pieces you get with the sets are kind of big and chunky and cumbersome, and a lot of people just don't like them. A lot of people see the 4+ on the box and just think, no, not interested in that. So for me, it's not a set I will be getting. I certainly wouldn't spend £30 on it. I think if I did get any at all, I'd be looking to buy them probably for well over 50% off, and that's probably never going to happen. So I think for me, this is a hard pass on this particular set. It's great that Lego do these things for younger Lego builders, but I think for sort of investing and for sort of buying for prosperity, this isn't a particularly good set at all. So avoid, in my opinion, on that one. Next on the list, 75342, the Republic Fighter Tank. This is $39.99 in the UK, $39.99 and €44.99. 262 pieces, released in April of 2022. This is quite a nice little set, this. It's kind of been off my radar. I've not really noticed this one. In the UK it is available on Tesco and Disney, although they're both sold out on those platforms. So it will be available obviously from Lego.com as well. It probably is available from other places as well. So if you can get this at a discounted rate, I think it's a nice enough set. Nothing too special, but I think it's okay. So I'll probably buy a few of these, but probably won't buy loads of them. But yeah, quite a nice little set, decent size, and I think this could do okay in the future. Getting towards the end of the list, just a few left now, but next is 75343, the Dark Trooper helmet. This retails at $59.99 in the UK, $69.99 in the US and $69.99 in Euroland. 693 pieces. This set was released in March of 2022, so if this does retire at the end of 2023, that's a relatively short shelf life. and it's a helmet. Helmets are known to be doing really, really well on the aftermarket. The helmets that retired at the end of 2022 are already doing amazing on the aftermarket, especially the Star Wars ones. This particular set is an exclusive to Lego and to Hamleys in the UK. It is currently sold out at Hamleys. That you can occasionally get 10% off at Hamleys, so you never get massive discounts. So I think if you buy any of these, look out for discounts. If you buy them from Lego, look out for special deals. Be careful though, because this particular set on Lego.com has a limit of only 2. So you can only buy 2 of these on Lego.com, and if you try and buy any more, you won't be allowed. So keep an eye out for these in Lego stores, wherever you are in the world, whichever exclusive retailer sells these particular sets. As I say, in the UK it's Hamleys, so they have been available, so I'll probably end up buying a few on Hamleys, probably end up paying full price for most of these, but I just think these will do really, really well. There's no reason why it won't do as well as some of the other Star Wars helmets in the past. I think they're popular. This particular set, in my personal opinion, I think it looks great. It just looks really, really nice. I think there's something about those black helmets and the red eyes. It just looks a really, really nice set. So for me, I'm going to try and get as many of these as I possibly can, which is easier said than done, saying that I can only get them from Hamleys and from Lego stores. I think I've already ordered one from Lego.com, so I'm only allowed to order one more, so maybe wait for a deal or a discount to get some gift with purchase or something when I buy that. But yeah, that's going to be a good one in my opinion. So if you don't own any of those now, now's a good time to start thinking about getting some of those, because trust me, it'll be sort of October, November time before you know it, and they'll probably all be sold out by then. So get them early, because otherwise if you don't, you will be disappointed. You have been warned. Next on my list then, 75344. This is Boba Fett's Starship Microfighter. This is a set that's only just been released at the beginning of 2023. It's a nice little set. It's $8.99 in the UK, €9.99, $9.99 US dollars. Quite a small set, 85 pieces in total. I think the thing that is going for this, everybody likes Boba Fett, everybody likes the Starship, or the Slave one, I think it used to be called. Obviously Lego have sort of dumbed it down to make it sound not so horrendous and can't use the word slave. But I think even though this is available everywhere, I had a look, it's on Lego, it's on Amazon. It probably will be reduced on Amazon in the UK later on in the year. I'd give it a few months before that I'd start seeing those discounted. Microfighters always do reasonably well, I find, and I think this one in particular, it's a really nice little build. I haven't built this, I don't own one of these yet, but I just saw what it looks like on the box, and it's just a really nice, cute little build. I think it's a really nice set. I think Lego will continue to do microfighters, and I think people want to collect them. So this is something I'm probably, hopefully, once it starts getting discounted, I will be buying quite a few of these. So kind of watch out. Every time I do a haul, I'll probably be buying 3 or 4 here or there. This is something I'm going to buy. Again, there's no guarantees that this will retire at the end of the year. I mean, 1 year shelf life on this one. Who knows? They might extend it if it's popular. So just be aware of that. But nice little set, and certainly something that I think for me would be worth Lego investing in. And finally, I mentioned this earlier, another set that wasn't on the Star Wars list but was in the Brickheads list is 40539, the Ahsoka Tano Brickhead. I bought loads of these last year. They were on sale, and it was supposed to be retiring at the end of 2022. During the summer, they were very, very difficult to get hold of. So when they started to come back into stock again in the autumn, I was stocking up on these when I went to Europe. I bought a few over there, but it looks as though they've extended this for another year. I don't blame Lego for doing that. It's a nice little set. I still think it'll be very, very popular once it retires. I will probably still be picking these up when I go to the Lego store. It's not available anywhere else, so it's exclusive to Lego or Lego.com. You can only buy 2 of these from Lego.com itself, so if you've already ordered your 2 like I have, you can't buy any more. You'll have to get them from Lego stores, but these will do quite well, I think, in the distant future, and there's no reason why, even though I've got quite a few of these already, that I won't be buying some more of these. So that's pretty much the list in full so far for the Star Wars side of things. Do you agree with some of my views? Do you disagree? I mean, look, I think we all know that Lego Star Wars is a popular theme and it will generally always do well. There's quite a few sets in there that I probably won't be going for, but they're the ones like the X-Wings and the AT-STs that are just sort of manufactured over and over and over again in different styles and formats. And for me, there's just nothing exclusive about those particular sets to make me want to go and buy loads of those. But certainly, a lot of things on that list I've got my eye on. I think they're all kind of things worth investing in and worth buying. And as I say, it's not just about Lego investing, it's if you want to get the sets yourself, because some of these sets they probably won't do for a while again, like for example the Mos Eisley Cantina, or the Tusken Raider Brickhead, for example. There are the things that are just unusual and probably won't be on sale again, probably ever, or maybe way distant in the future. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this list. Keep an eye out for future lists. I'm going to be doing other lists as well for, say, Lego Harry Potter, maybe the Creator and Icons range and things like that. So keep an eye out for those in the next few days or weeks, because I will be doing some videos on those as well as to my thoughts. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. That's always much appreciated. Until then, thank you for watching. Take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.